quiet all of a sudden?
Thinking.
So what do we have? Ronan went to the trouble of getting himself a safe deposit box here in America. All that's inside are a few pictures. I mean, sure, a couple of them show Brenda Barrett with a man, but how can you be so sure that he's the Balkan's son?
No, he is. I mean, we've already researched him. But that's why the Balkan is after Brenda. He must have known that Alexander followed her to New York. And then once Alexander disappeared, the Balkan had to suspect that Brenda was involved, or at least that she knew something about it.
What about you? Do you believe that Brenda was involved with Alexander's death? Hey.
Risked a lot to help me track down the Balkan. So I think you've earned the right to know the truth.
It's all right. You don't have to tell me. I mean, I'm nosy by nature. And I can't help it. But this is your caper. I stumbled into it and I refused to go away. I'm good to proceed, just need to know.
Well, I think that you should know. Okay? So, here's what happened. Brenda met Alexander in Europe. They had a thing. She thought that he was just some charming, wealthy guy, till she found out that he was involved in organized crime and then broke it off. But Alexander wasn't having it. He became obsessed. He started stalking her, and Brenda fled to New York.
And Alexander followed?
Yeah. Yeah, Brenda got police protection, but Alexander found a way around it. And when he finally caught up with her, he went to grab her, and Brenda shot and killed him. Fast forward, Alexander's body turns up in a New Jersey swamp. Up until then, the Balkan couldn't be sure that his son was dead, only that he was missing.
Well, now it starts to make sense. And the Balkan would have been after Brenda all along. She had information that could shed light on his son's disappearance, but when Alexander's body surfaced, that's when he stepped up his efforts, figuring Brenda might know who murdered his son.
Or worse, the Balkan may think that it was Brenda who killed Alexander. And proof of that could be fatal for her.
Or anyone who tried to stop him. Is about payback for his son's murder. He's not likely to give up until he has her.
And even less likely to show mercy once he does.
Do you really believe that Brenda shot Alexander in self-defense?
As opposed to what? Cold-blooded murder? No, I've known Brenda most of my life. She's no killer.
Brenda's very lucky to have a remarkable man like you at her back. So where do we go from here?
Well, we made arrangements to have Alexander's body transferred to Port Charles for a second autopsy. And once it's done, the hospital will release the remains for claiming. And with any luck, enter the Balkan.
Why would the Balkan show his face if he doesn't have to? He'll send an emissary.
Well, then we'll just follow the emissary. I mean, these days, it seems as if all roads lead to the Balkan. So we're just gonna make our own breadcrumbs.
Where are you going?
Have a meeting with Agent Bates.
Oh, Agent Bates can damn well wait. I'm not done with you. Seriously considering being insulted?
Insulted? What are you talking about? I thought I was pretty nice to you.
You were. Just makes it all the more unsettling that you're so anxious to get away.
I'm anxious to get back. The sooner I leave, the sooner I can come back to you. You know what? You did really great with the whole Manhattan heist.
You speaking to me?
Yes, I am. I mean, your plan turned out great. I would never have been able to get into Ronan's safe deposit box without you. You know, when all this is done, I think you should consider a career in law enforcement. Or maybe espionage or something like that, because I think you'd make one hell of a spy, keeping secrets and all that.
I have information for the Vulcan, but I want to see him in person.
Impossible. If you know something, you better settle for me.
The cops are planning to use Alexander's remains to draw the Vulcan out.